Not only, my gorgeous Taurini, you are going to have a big reward on the 19th of May 2024. You are going to have a big reward on the 19th of May 2024. Not only that, but you are going to have not one, not two, not three, but four. You're actually going to end up with 4 opportunities to change your entire life. My gorgeous Taurini, now it's time. Now it's time. Now it's time to be as honest with yourself like never before. The fact that when it comes to numerology, you have got number 944. This is a very powerful number, but it also indicates the fact that there is going to be a massive turnaround by the end of this month. Not only the tables are about to turn, but also at the same time, my gorgeous Taurini, you are gonna end up with an upper hand with something that has been creating so many problems and so many difficulties in your life. And it is all going to literally start on the 1st of May 2024. On the 1st of May 2024, there is this terrible problem, this big obstacle, which is going to pretty much going to come to an end. Let me tell you about this obstacle. This problem has not only making you feel so unhappy, but this problem went even further. This problem even started to affect your health lately, to be quite honest with you. So when I say that when it comes to this obstacle, this problem, when I say that it's going to be resolved, well, let me tell you, there are few things which are going to happen right a few days before the beginning of May. Few days before the beginning of May are going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to this month. Okay, so something is going to happen, and there is something that there is a certain experience which you are going to have, but at the same time you're going to become aware of this specific information which is going to make you aware of something you didn't know before, and this in itself is going to open your eyes. And already at that moment in time, you're going to have your starting point when it comes to that problem, when it comes to that obstacle that has been affecting you for a long time. So you're going to have like about few days to think, and then by the time you get to the 1st of May, oh my God, you're just going to realize exactly what do you need to do. Just remember that a few days before the beginning of May were absolutely crucial when it comes to you opening your eyes, and when it comes to you realizing something you didn't know before. And that's why you have been brought to this stage of your spiritual journey. So on the 1st of May 2024, my gorgeous Taurini, you will know what to do with this problem. And I'm so happy, I'm so glad, because as I said, not only this problem and this terrible issue that you have been dealing with has kind of prevented you to move on with your life, but at the same time it has been making you feel really unhappy. And what worries me quite a lot, or what started to worry me, is that it also kind of started to affect your health. So it means that it was making you like you don't have energy, you know, and your health started to kind of get affected by it as well. So you will know, based on that experience that happened a few days earlier, you will know which alteration do you need to make, and that alteration, it's going to come like in a form of a new plan. You're gonna come up with some kind of a new plan, because that particular problem and that particular obstacle that you have been dealing with for a while, my gorgeous Taurini, you've tried to deal with this before, you've tried to do something about it before, and everything turned out to be, oh my God, not better, but kind of even worse. And that in itself, bless your heart, really makes you feel a little bit anxious and a little bit paranoid. You know, it did kind of affect you subconsciously, but I'm so glad that you came on top. You came on top, because now you need to come up with you're gonna come up with some kind of a new plan, how you're gonna make this like kind of change, how you're gonna make this alteration. But I repeat, there is gonna be such a bitter taste in your mouth, because you're gonna be keep on remembering like at the time, that particular time in your life when you wanted to deal with this, and everything became even worse. You ended up with even more problems and even more difficulties. Listen, you need to immediately snap out of it, my gorgeous Torini. Of course, that doesn't mean that this is going to be like that again, but we are all humans at the end of the day. So it's just like it's natural for us to reflect at the time when we are making certain decisions, like quite big decisions on our previous experiences, and that's exactly what you're doing right now. But it's all about how much you're understanding, and it's all literally down to you, my gorgeous Torini. How much do you understand? And that's how much you're gonna be able to elevate yourself. The more you elevate yourself, the more you're gonna understand, the more you're gonna see, the more you're gonna become aware of, the more enlightened you're going to be in such a way where you're gonna start seeing things in a different light. But especially when it comes to like a very heavy negative experience being connected to something that we are doing at this present moment in time, and we are naturally worried. And I'm so glad that you're actually going to snap out of it. So my gorgeous Torini, this is exactly how the beginning of May is going to start. You will know what to do with this problem, with this obstacle that really started to affect not only your stability, but it was making you feel unhappy. It started to affect your health. So you will know which alteration do you need to make in order to start the process of change. But this is going to happen in terms of you starting up or coming up with a new plan right now. So you either had a terrible experience when it comes to that, or you were just planning this so badly before, and everything kind of fall through. Nothing happened because maybe there were other problems that you had to deal with, and that also left quite a negative bit, when it comes to your past. However, it happens, this is gonna bring you such a confidence, this is gonna bring such a beautiful hope, but also at the same time, you are gonna feel very strong and powerful. Because I have to say this, because there are some certain efforts that you are gonna become aware of here. Like, you're not gonna be completely certain how exactly you're gonna do this, like completely, but you will know that, this plan that you came up with, you're coming up with a plan, but there's still gonna be bits and pieces that are going to be uncertain. You must not allow that to put you off. You must not allow that to put you off. The moment in time when you're dealing with these bits and pieces that you're uncertain about right now, I know it's going to sound weird, but the moment in time when you deal with that organically, when it happens, you are going to feel be under a certain pressure. But this pressure is going to be good. Sometimes to be stressed and sometimes to be under a certain pressure, it's not necessarily a bad thing, you see, because it makes us braver, and then that in itself actually does reconnects us with our subconscious mind, so we respond in the best possible way. So it's not necessarily a bad thing whatsoever. However, this is gonna work out for you brilliantly. This is what you need to understand, because you are at the end of the day gonna become very, very confident about it, and that's the way to be, my gorgeous Torini. That's the way to go, most certainly, most importantly. The second important date is going to be on the 2nd of May. On the 2nd of May, oh my God, something really unexpected is going to happen. And what is going to happen, it's like, something unexpected is going to happen here in such a way where you are going to become aware of like a very, very interesting opportunity ahead. So something unexpected is going to happen, something unplanned is going to happen, but the bottom line is that you are unexpectedly going to become aware of this very, very interesting opportunity. And this opportunity is to do with money. This opportunity is to do with the finances. In general, it's to do with like a financial gain, indeed. But also at the same time, this opportunity is for some reason going to make you feel really enthusiastic. And it's bringing a very interesting initiative into your life, because you will know that you need to start something new. You will will know that you need to start, not that you need to start, you will want to start something new, but you will know that the part of that is you starting something new. But you're going to feel really excited about it, because to you it's going to feel like a little adventure. And you're absolutely right. It's your guiding light. This is going to turn out to be one of the most interesting and the most spontaneous adventures of your entire life, because there is so much that you're going to discover about yourself that you didn't know in the shortest period of time. In between now and the end of the year 2024, it's a lot going to be about how much you're actually going to progress in life when it comes to this particular opportunity. By the time this year comes to an end, you're going to find all this completely mind-blowing, because your life is about to take completely different direction that you did not plan, you did not see, you did not foresee, or anything like that in any way, shape or form whatsoever. And this particular thing that we are not able to kind of find out in any way, shape or form whatsoever are really sacred parts of our spiritual journey. And this is something that you are being prepared to. You are being prepared for this, my gorgeous Taurini, at this moment in time, on the 2nd of May 2024. So for the love of God, when you become aware of this like financial opportunity, do not ignore this whatsoever. But then again, you know, it's going to be difficult for you to ignore this, because trust me, the moment in time you acknowledge this, seriously, the moment in time you acknowledge this opportunity, like, to be quite honest with you, like some kind of adventure, it's about to begin. And this in itself is going to lead towards you starting something new. But then again, by the time you get to the actual 18th of May, 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 21st of May, and 22nd of May, these few days are actually going to reveal how much more it's actually connected to it. The other informations that you're going to get within these few days, which are going to be absolutely crucial, and only then you're gonna realize how many possibilities are actually connected to this one little financial opportunity. Only within these few days you will understand the extent this is actually going to take when it comes to so many different possibilities that are indeed connected to it. This in itself is going to make your life so complete, you know. And by the time, as I said, by the time you get to the 22nd of May, by the time you get to the 22nd of May, my gorgeous Taurini, you really are going to make such an intelligent choice, you are going to make when it comes to that particular opportunity, that particular financial opportunity. By the time you get to the 22nd of May, this is an important day when it comes to you really kind of having such a strong willpower, and you will make this intelligent choice. Just remember, the few days in between and the few days before, there were other things that you found out in terms of the actual possibilities connected to it. Like, it's so much bigger than what you could have possibly imagined. Oh my God, you're gonna realize on the 2nd of May, I literally just touched up the surface with what this is actually gonna bring into my life. So this is why, you know, by the time you get to the 22nd of May, you're already gonna realize, like, oh my God, I am making a really intelligent choice here. And you're also going to begin to understand, you're also going to start to understand, like, it's not only about money, it's not only about finances, but also you're going to understand this is the beginning of a peace and tranquility in your life as well. This is marking the beginning of such a peace and tranquility in your life. I mean, this contentment that you're gonna feel can only bring the best out in you, my gorgeous Taurini. And this is why I'm getting so excited for you, because I know what a beautiful and refreshing energy this is actually going to create in your life. Indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Taurini, it's gonna be on the 12th of May. On the 12th of May, you are going to, you see this, on the 12th of May, you are gonna, you know, what is gonna happen on the 12th of May? You are gonna have an important conclusion here. an important conclusion you're going to have on the 12th of May. And this conclusion that you're going to have, you know, it's like to do with something being really delayed. It's to do with something still being delayed. You're waiting for something, and this particular thing that you're waiting for, it's just not happening. Listen to me very carefully. So you are going to feel a little bit frustrated. On the 12th of May, you will be waiting for something really specific. And then maybe you're going to get a phone call, maybe you're going to get a news, maybe someone is going to come forward. However, you are going to have an unpleasant news like, oh, something is not happening. You will be so keen and so eager. You will be waiting for something really specific. And now at this moment in time, this is why you're going to come up with this conclusion. And what you're going to realize here is that when it comes to something being delayed, this conclusion, it's about something being really delayed, something being slowed down. And you're going to realize that, you know, something is going to seem so uncertain. Something is going to seem so uncertain here, but you will be much stronger than that. You will come on top, and you're going to make the right decision. You're going to make the right decision, because the reason why something has been delayed, something has been delayed, but the problem is that the reason why you've been waiting for this is you can't really move on with your life. This is why you're going to feel frustrated. You can't move on with your life. There is something that you want. There's a certain step that you want to make. There is something you want to start. Something you want to start learning, for example, something that you want to start learning, you know, and it's based on like your respect for knowledge, but it's really to do with like new ideas that you've actually had, but it's to do with the beginning of some kind of learning process. You can't start learning something, or you can't make certain step or a certain move until, you know, these things, you know, because of this thing that's been delayed, that you've been actually waiting for. So this is something which is going to make you uncertain. I'm so glad that you're once again following your spirit. I'm so glad that you're once again following your soul. You're being guided by your spirits and by your subconscious mind, because although you are going to feel this uncertain outlook right now when it comes to this step that you need to make, because what you've been waiting for, it's still being delayed. It's not happening, but you're still, bless your heart, gonna decide to do with what you want to do. And you're absolutely right. This time is too precious to be wasted, you know. And if you feel so strongly that you want to do something, you want to start something, I think you should just go for it. And that's exactly what you're gonna do, okay? And this in itself is just so important, because at the same time you're gonna realize within the next few days exactly that there is something that, you know, you're going to realize through this, what you want to recover again in your life, what is lost. There's certain things that you think like that are lost in terms of like maybe a lifestyle and things like that. So you're just going to kind of start realizing within the next few days as well, like what is a kind of missing in your life, just because, and what is making you feel kind of incomplete. But just because you like really decided to kind of go with this flow, even if something is still delayed, you did the right thing. You made the step that you needed to step. You made the step that you needed to make. And this has brought in return the best out in you, my gorgeous Taurini. And you're going to start realizing that there are certain things that are actually missing in your life. And that in itself is really going to be like a time where you need to understand that, you know, your consciousness, you know, is expanding. And you will understand, you know, the connection between all things. Like, for example, you're gonna realize, oh my God, this is crazy. If I just kind of gave in to this frustration when on the 12th of May, you know, if I gave in to this frustration when I realized that something is not happening, I would never find myself being here. So one thing is gonna literally lead into another. I know this sounds really weird and bizarre and strange, but if you did not make that certain move and certain step, regardless, like whether this thing kind of manifests, that this information that you're waiting or not, you know, if you did not make that move, you would not be going towards the right direction, and you would not realize naturally what is actually going to be, what is missing in your life so much. somehow something is going to be triggered within you only because you made the right choice by going to learn what you need to learn. You see, it's not about what you're going to learn exactly. It's not about that necessarily, but where you're going to be brought and what are you going to be reminded. This is what I'm talking about. Through this learning experience, through this step that you're going to make, or steps that you're going to make, you will be reminded, my gorgeous Torini, what exactly is missing in your life. What will make you feel better, what will make you feel happier. And each step is gonna pretty much so lead into another. And this in itself is gonna be more important than you can possibly imagine. So this is this is why I'm getting so excited here, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. Another thing I was going to recommend you, not another thing that I was going to recommend you, but the first thing that I'm recommending you, my gorgeous Torini, is this absolutely gorgeous Lapis lazuli, also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt. Lapis lazuli is absolutely brilliant to activate your third psychic eye, but also it helps you to understand things you don't normally understand. It helps you to be more spiritual, and it helps you to understand things from a completely different level. And that in return, it's ever so important when it comes to us making the right decisions, but also when it comes to us kind of knowing and understanding, you know, what is like, what we shouldn't waste our time with and what we should give our energy towards as well. Something very interesting happens to us when we wear lapis lazuli, my gorgeous Torini, purely because we kind of reconnect with ourselves. So, you know, those things in the background of our mind that are making us feel stressed and anxious subconsciously that we are not even realizing, it's really affecting our own relationship with ourselves. And when it comes to lapis lazuli, it really helps you to reconnect with yourself, and it's really kind of like pretty much so it makes you feel stronger, especially when it comes to, like, you know, when we have to make like a really right decisions, you know, sometimes it's really hard. But then again, because we go into this mode of being constantly indecisive, lapis lazuli, it's brilliant because it helps you to like kind of not to waste your energy with things like that whatsoever. But in terms of spirituality, you're able to kind of read signs on a different level. You're able to understand signs on a different levels. Lapis lazuli also makes you to remember your dreams. It helps you to remember your dreams, and it's just so important to kind of remember your dreams. But on top of that, if you do not necessarily remember your dreams even while you're wearing lapis lazuli, just pay attention to, once you start wearing it, how many ideas you are going to have the first moment you wake up in the morning. And these ideas are so sacred, trust me, because they are the only thing that you are meant to remember when it comes to the dream that you had the night before. You know, it all kind of boils down to one particular word or couple of words or even 3 words. You know, if it was an idea, most certainly you're going to remember just that idea. So even if you don't remember the whole dream necessarily, lapis lazuli helps you to bring the most out of that particular dream by remembering, or just by at least being aware of just like what the bottom line is when it comes to that whole dream. And of course that lots of people don't even realize this. Lots of people are not aware of this, you know, but then when you think about it, yeah, I suppose it all starts making sense. So this gorgeous lapis lazuli, my gorgeous Torini, also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt, comes with sterling silver chain. I highly recommend you to wear this for the next few months. And the link to buy this is going to be in the description below. By clicking on the name of this video, it's going to expand and you will see where I sell them, or you can just see it's pinned on top of the comment section. I pin my products now on top of the comment section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonison shop and my page is going to come up that way as well, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. So now the next important date is going to be on the 21st of May. Listen to me very carefully. I am going to have absolutely go at you. I'm never going to speak to you again. I'm never going to look at you again. I'm never going to do any reading for Taurini again. Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Taurini. Happy birthday. Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Just remember, this is your time. This is when your energy is going to be so much more powerful in terms of you wanting to be noticed by the right people, by the right mamas, in terms of you wanting to be noticed by the right people. My gorgeous Taurini, oh my God, use this time, use this energy, because you are gonna be noticed, whoever you want to be noticed by, because your energy is gonna be completely different. It's gonna be very, very magnetic throughout the months of May, indeed. So that's why you need to make the most of it. Mentally, spiritually, you are gonna be so much stronger. It is the time to sort out the problems. It is the time to sort out the difficulties. It is the time to jump in the water and finally learn how to swim. If we don't jump in the water, we're never gonna learn how to swim. Now it's time to jump, baby. Swim as far as you possibly can, and you'll surprise yourself like there is no tomorrow. Make the most of this energy, indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going to be on the 21st of May. On the 21st of May, you are going to have a really, really important message, okay? The moment in time you have this message, you need to kind of think about what you desire, and you need to set your sights very, very high. Listen to me very carefully. The moment in time you get this important message on the 21st of May, and trust me, this message is going to be very significant indeed. The moment in time you get this, you need to think about what you desire, and you need to set your sights high, my gorgeous Taurini. And on top of all that, you need to expect the best possible outcome indeed. There is a cooperation with one specific person is going to be ever so important to you. Cooperation with one specific person, it's going to be ever so important to you. But it's also going to be important to you that that particular person is going to understand why did you decide to walk away from something here. Why are you deciding to walk away from something as well at the same time? This is important, and it's going to mean to you so much, because if you don't walk away from this, you're not going to be able to start with this. You're absolutely right. So therefore, whatever you decided to walk away from right now, the fact that somebody can understand you, that other person, this is going to mean to you so much. But bless you, it's not about what that person thinks. This is your life, this is your spiritual journey, but because it's somebody who's so connected to you, this is going to mean to you so much. And what you're going to decide to walk away from, it's purely to do with something that karmically has come to an end a kind of a while back now. So this is something which is going to make you feel so much happier indeed. Only couple of days, only by the time you get to the actual 24th, by the time you get to the 24th of May 2024, my gorgeous Taurini, you're already going to have such a beautiful experience. You will be surrounded surrounded by the certain people, you will be talking to certain people. Probably there is going to be some kind of a gathering, maybe it's going to be some kind of celebration, maybe some kind of social gathering. You are going to be surrounded by few different people, and you're going to be really enjoying yourself so much, my gorgeous Taurini. I can see you like really doing something you haven't done in a long time. And I can see how much you're missing things in life and what you're missing things in life. And you know what's going to happen? You're also going to realize under how much pressure you have actually been. And only now you're coming out of all that pressure that has been affecting you all this time. Maybe you didn't enjoy yourself as much for a while. Maybe you didn't go out for a while. Maybe you were like dealing with so many things that just took the better of you. So the important thing right now is that you are entering a brand new stage with all this, because something is going to be triggered within you and you are going to start looking towards the light here. It is ever so important to make sure that we have fun in this life. It is ever so important for us not to forget about ourselves, which is telling me that maybe something has been taking so much, something has been taking your energy like so much within the last year. My God, I can feel this from every possible angle. I can feel this, my gorgeous Taurini. And trust me, this in itself is going to be absolutely obvious to you indeed. So you are going to have a really beautiful experience on the 24th of May. And you are, or someone is gonna tell you something like a really kind of mind-blowing conversation with somebody. You're gonna have this mind-blowing, very intense conversation with somebody. You're really gonna be enjoying yourself. Oh my God, you're gonna be so drunk. No, I'm joking. No, but you're gonna joking. You're gonna have this like very intense conversation with somebody, and someone is gonna give you an advice. Someone is gonna give you an advice about something that has been preoccupying you for a while, because it's to do with some kind of incorrect advice that you followed. So you ended up with some kind of problem, some kind of issue here, because you followed some kind of incorrect advice. And this lovely, extremely smart, very clever, and very intelligent person, you're going to be talking to that person, and that person is going to kind of tell you exactly what to do. That person is going to give you some kind of advice. And this is the first time that you spoke to somebody about it. And it's the first time that somebody gave you such a intense and such a spot-on advice. Like, it's the first time that you managed to connect to somebody who maybe you didn't know before, for example, but also is the first time that you felt that somebody knows your personal situation so much when it comes to something really specific, only because that particular person has been through something really similar. When you hear that that particular person has been through something like that similar, this is going to mean to you so much, and it's going to make you feel so good, because you're going to think, oh, thank God I'm not crazy. No, I'm joking. But it's going to be like that. It's going to mean to you so much, because you will know that this person is able to relate, you know, to this problem, to this issue from a very honest and a very specific angle, because that particular person went through something like that. So now this is gonna really kind of going to open your eyes, and it's for the first time, you know, since that issue started, you are going to have a control over that situation, and this in itself is going to bring such a positive energy into your life. But I have to say, it's like a really powerful accomplishment in itself, because because you will know what to do here. When that person tells you will know what to do with this. And you know why this is so important? Because if that didn't happen and you didn't follow this advice, about few days after, if you didn't follow that advice, few days after, you would have some kind of temptation and you would give in. And this would be like a bastard temptation, like a real bastard temptation. And you would give in. And this is why you're doing it. This is why this is so good, because at the same time, you're not only finding out what to do with this issue that was preoccupying you. But also at the same time, also, my gorgeous Taurini, you're protecting yourself as well. Oh my God, from this bloody temptation that would be so unnecessary for you at this stage of your life. Seriously, absolutely brilliant. It's not that something irreversible would happen necessarily, but it would not bring good things into your life, and you would just end up being frustrated for, like, you know, because you just would kind of trust yourself a little bit less, and you don't want that. You don't want that. You send the wrong signal to your spirit, to your soul, you know, and then that requires more of internal work until things get resolved through our own understanding. Our spirit is very powerful. It's all about what's up here, you know. What's up here is projected what's out there, you know. But you must not allow to absorb the fear and negativity from people, you know. There is so much of that going on. People are scared, people are negative, people are becoming like robots in general, you know. People are so misled by the devil, you know. At the moment, people are being misled by the devil like there is no tomorrow, like there is no tomorrow. You think, what am I talking about? I'm just talking about things in general. Whatever you understand or whatever you know, you're Taurini, so you're very open-minded. I'm sure you understand what I mean by the moment there are terrible things going on out there. People are being misled by the devil, and you know everything has been upside down for a while. So the more you ignore things around you and the more you pay attention to your own inner world, you know, the more spiritual, powerful shield you're going to build around yourself. So you're going to be able to ignore that nonsense out there even more. The best is just to ignore, you know. By ignoring, you don't give any chance to devil, you know, to step into your energy, you know, and then take over, you know. So anyway. See, I go from that to that, from this to this, from this to this. Sasha, come back. All right, come back. Sasha's back. It's okay. Off the subject. No, it's not really off the subject, is it? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, anyway. So another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Taurini, would be this absolutely gorgeous little Herkimer diamond. Herkimer diamond. So cute, so beautiful, and very striking. This is obviously not the real diamond, but it's like a type of quartz, and it's a very powerful, and it's very specific. When you wear Herkimer diamond, you like open your mind also. It helps you to like kind of recenter yourself, but also at the same time, when you wear a Herkimer diamond, you understand what you don't understand when it comes to the specific people, when it comes to the specific situations in life. You know, if you want to like kind of understand certain people, like why they're acting like this, why they're saying this, why they're saying that, why they're like this, why they're like that, and you just kind of like, we are so frustrated with certain people that we can't understand them. And when you wear like a Herkimer diamond, it really kind of opens your mind, and it just helps you to touch into all sorts of realizations, tap into all sorts of realizations about the specific people you couldn't understand. So of course it helps you out a lot when it comes to you responding to the certain people in your life, but also when it comes to the certain situations, you know, certain situations that you can't understand, you know. You wear this, and then it helps you to like kind of see the problems from a different angle, see the certain situations from a different angle. We have to do certain things for a while that are making us feel so unhappy and so negative. You know, when you wear Herkimer diamond, you always find that little bit of light in things that help you that helps you keep going, you know, in general. So out of the something very negative, dark and nasty in terms of situations or what we go in our life, or what we go through in our lives, you know, we just kind of can make everything so much better for us indeed. That way, again, we protect ourselves, we protect our energy, and we do the right thing. This gorgeous Herkimer diamond, my gorgeous Torini, comes with sterling silver chain. And also, if you want to buy this, just click on the name of this video. It's going to expand and you will see where to buy it. Or you can just simply go see on top of the comment section. You can buy that way, or you can go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. By buying from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much. The next important date, my gorgeous Torini, is gonna be on the 30th of May. Fantastic. On the 30th of May, beautiful, beautiful sign. First of all, you are going to have an unusual omen, unusual sign. Something is going to happen and it's really going to surprise you, and it's going to remind you, first of all, of your own spirituality. As soon as you see this sign, you will be reminded how deep you are when it comes to your spirituality, and you're going to realize how much your spirituality and how much your intuition means to you. But so first of all, you're going to have this sign, and then when you have this sign, you are so something is going. When I say that you're going to have a sign, something is going to happen, something really unusual, but you will be able to read this and to understand this from a spiritual level, from a spiritual angle. You will know that this is some kind of a sign, but you will not understand what type of sign that is just yet. Then shortly after that, you are going to have an idea, and that particular idea that you are going to have, you know, it's something that you feel so active about and something that you're so determined about, and it's to do with a lot with your own experience in life as well. But that particular idea is going to need some kind of adjustment to be made by you, and now you need to be smart, and you need to be clever, and you need to be really quick, because there is going to be some kind of distraction at the time. Something is going to confuse you, okay? And what is going to confuse you at that time, you're going to hear about something which is maybe disappoint you. It's going to disappoint you a little bit, and it's going to kind of like really maybe break your heart a little bit. But you must not allow this to distract you and to confuse you. Well, you need to understand that this idea is going to be like huge, very important for you indeed, but you need to be tactical. You know, to be tactical is necessary to maintain pace, because, and by being tactical, I mean, as soon as you become aware of this idea, you know, you just need to be as quick as you possibly can. But do remember, when you have this distraction, I'm not gonna lie to you, there is something you're gonna hear around that particular time, of course, which is gonna distract you and confuse you a little bit, because you're gonna be a little bit disappointed, and almost like your heart is gonna be broken just a little bit. But then you must not allow this to distract you or confuse you whatsoever. I really hope you remember. I really hope you listen to this reading on time, because this particular idea, it's gonna be very beneficial for you, and it's going to bring a really pretty much so an improvement into your life. You know, it's gonna bring an improvement into your life. This is why I need you to take this seriously, and I need you to take this on like literally immediately, at that very moment in time. Not tomorrow, not in 2 days, not in 7 days, not in 2 weeks. No, baby, no. Oh, I can't do it now. No, 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 no. You need to make a room for this like immediately, okay? And also, my gorgeous Torini, when it comes to those of you who are in relationships, you are going to have such an important news by somebody who is like very much so close to both of you. Somebody who's like a really great friend to both of you, somebody who you know for like a really long time, and somebody who gives you news every now and then, somebody who is like a consistent person in both of your lives, but that particular person just tells you like a certain news every now and then. Well, this particular person is going to give you an important news, you know, when it comes to what this person is going to tell you. it's like a really important news, and based on that important news, and this is the news from somebody who you can trust 1,000,000%, and you both know this, and based on this news, you're gonna feel so happy, you're gonna feel excited, you're gonna feel really good, you're gonna feel really brilliant, because you will know that now things are gonna start moving on really, really fast. This particular news is something you have been waiting for a very long time, you and your partner. This is so important to you, like there is no tomorrow. So as soon as this is something you've been waiting for, so now you are gonna make a really, really important decision. This news is gonna motivate you so much. It's going to awaken both of you. You know why? Because this particular, now this is to do with something you both wanted to do for like a while as well. You wanted to do this for a while, but it's to do with something that you wanted for a while. You've been talking about this for so long. You will know that this is to do with your life, both of your lives. This is to do with your lifestyles, and you are both going to be so much happier because you are going to be able to live much better life when you take this idea on. When you make this decision, you will be able to live much more happier life, because you will allow yourself to do what you always wanted to do. But it's like a lot to do in terms of individuality, you know, something, maybe an unusual idea you had with your partner, you wanted to do something different. It's almost as if like by you making this decision, your lifestyle is gonna change, but it's gonna become maybe weird to some people, but it's gonna become so brilliant for both of you. And in terms of happiness, in terms of healing, in terms of your health, like in general, this is gonna be brilliant. Not only you gonna reconnect with yourself, but for some reason you're also going to reconnect with the actual nature, with nature. I know it sounds crazy, but this is brilliant. So you are gonna be making a very, very important decision here. And the next 3 months are gonna be so exciting for both of you. Oh my God, you're gonna come out of your comfort zone. You're gonna start doing things you didn't do for a long time. You're gonna become a really active, and your lives are gonna change. And you know the direction that your lives are gonna start going towards. It's gonna be very, very good and very promising indeed. And also, when it comes to those of you who are single, my gorgeous Torini, when it comes to those of you who are single, you know that there is somebody very beautiful I see here, my gorgeous Torini. If you're single, ready to, hello my darling, mingle, mingle, stranger in the night. You know, if you're single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Torini, I can see here somebody very honest and very beautiful and very gorgeous. It's about to enter your life. I like this person so much. And the first thing that you're going to think about this person is so nice. This person is so lovely. This person is so honest. You're not going to be able to believe this, you know. And you know, you're going to meet somebody who you've never met before. And what you're going to be really surprised about, how honest. What are you going to feel really surprised about? How confident you feel around the person who you fancy and you like so much. And this is going to confuse you, because normally when you like or fancy someone, you don't feel as confident. But with this person, you're going to realize this person is different. How come I feel so confident straight away? You know? And this is really going to confuse you, because normally it will take a while until you become so confident that you just don't care what you're going to say, what you're going to do. But with this one, the difference is that almost immediately from the start, when you start having conversation, when you start making love, no, I'm joking, when you start talking, my gorgeous Torini, when you start making love, no, when you start talking, you know, you are gonna like realize how natural you feel, how good you feel, and this is really going to surprise you. This is really going to surprise you. you know, and also maybe you have been like around pretty much so wrong people for a while when it comes to partners, when it comes to ex-partners. I know that you have been affected by somebody really terribly. There is an ex-partner that you've been affected by terribly because they haven't been really nice to you. There is one of the partners affected you very much so terribly. I can't even explain how affected you were. And that in itself, it's like kind of, you know, this is where you're gonna, you must not kind of allow some kind of negative experience now to take over this experience, because for some reason you are gonna remember one of the latest people that you've been with, and somebody really nasty, not really nice, and you must not allow that to put you off from this person. Something is gonna remind you of that person, but not like kind of remind you, maybe something what this person is doing, or something that doesn't have too much to do with the other person's character. Do you know what I mean? Somehow you're gonna be reminded of this vile person you've been with, but you must not connect these two people together. And if that puts you off, as soon as you're reminded of that person, that means that you're not ready. See what I mean? And you need to kind of like really move on in your mind. You're standing in your own mind here when it comes to it. So some karma in between you and that horrible person didn't come to an end. And I don't know how else to actually explain this to you, but it's really important for you to understand that, you know, that person hasn't got anything to do with that other person, that something it's going to remind you of, you know. It's just karmically, it depends how far things have gone in between you and your ex, for example, okay? But the bottom line is that this is going to be a lovely person, very honest, very gorgeous, very devoted, very friendly, very educated, you know, a really nice person. Like it's such a beautiful energy. Like anybody who is around this person feels, oh, so protected and taken care of, you know, so nice, you know. But then again, at the same time, you like kind of need to understand that, you know, there is something that is going to be putting you off about this person. Another thing, like you will think that maybe you're not ready to commit to this person. You see, you will feel like, oh my God, I'm not ready to make a commitment, because this is going to be somebody who is going to seem so serious straight away. But that person is not going to ask you to make a commitment, so don't jump into any conclusions here, please, please. All I suggest here to you is just take things very slowly, one step at a time, and see where this is going to take you. This is somebody really, really beautiful, you know, and I just need you to relax a little bit. Relax a little bit. I'm not trying to be on God, you know, but you will see exactly what I mean. You don't have to like straight away think about some, oh my God, commitment. No, baby, no. Just try to take one step at a time, and you will see what an incredible person this is. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Happy birthday. Mwah.